today I'm with the one and only Kasper Michaels. Welcome, Kasper. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Again.
Yeah.
For new adventures.
Konnichiwa, everybody. Yeah,
so tonight we are going to talk about your top 3 BAND-MAID songs.
You were so cruel with these. I mean, I saw. I can't remember. There was a couple posts that was like, somebody said, well, my top 3, but well, what do you want? Best guitar or best this and best that? And you just went, no,
overall.
Top 3. and yeah, there's just so many to choose from. It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's not easy. I agree. But first of all, I would like to know how and when did you discover BAND-MAID?
I discovered BAND-MAID early December 2019, and I was crushed like a bug when I found out that I just missed them at the O2 Islington, because I basically discovered them I think a month after they played or something like that. But it was 2019, and the very first thing that I saw was the Domination live.
Oh, yeah.
And
very good stuff.
Then I thought, well, this is an interesting band, and so I found Thrill, and I went, okay, and it was really interesting to see that, and then I went from Thrill to Real Existence, and then after that, I think maybe Play, and then when I found Freedom, I went, oh, okay, this is these guys are special.
Yeah.
Just because they just seem to be enjoying themselves so much, and I just found it really rare to see a band on stage really, really enjoying playing there. Like there are some that do that, but I think we got really lucky. So that was so 2019 December. Freedom Live was when I got hooked right in.
And okay, and your first song was then Domination, right?
My first song was Domination Live.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's one of the best way to start because it's an amazing performance. They have extended solos and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a very good one to start with.
That was the thing, and I thought, holy crap, and then I went on the rabbit hole of BAND-MAID, but I actually went a different way. I stopped sort of looking at trying to find their music, and I went into what I find about the band.
Yeah.
Like, where did they come from? What are they doing? And so I started looking up interviews and all that kind of stuff, and then I saw the Gold Rush stuff, and then all the stuff that they were doing in that cafe. I can't remember what that called, but they were there a couple times.
Yeah. The Devil's,
but very informal.
Something.
Yeah, and very informal, and I just fell in love with them. You can't really see their personalities in the early interviews because they were all so quiet. Yeah. Except for Miku, but even Miku, she was really quiet. Her voice was really down. She talked a bit she almost talked like a doll when she first started. She was very quiet. She talked a lot, but she was very quiet and then it was when they started really, I don't know if it was, they were just getting used to the press, but yeah. So finding out about them, and I really wanted to find out where they come from and what they were doing, and just how can you not love these girls? So
it's true, and that's not something everyone is used to do, searching for the background of the band. Most of the time you just listen to the music and enjoy what you have and the music videos, the live version and stuff like that, but they share so many things on interviews and on social media that it's really easy to find how was their life before BAND-MAID and during BAND-MAID.
And we kind of, COVID in a way, even though it was catastrophic for the cancellation of some stuff, as for fans of the band, they weren't really planning on another North American tour or world tour for a while. So they dropped so much stuff during that time, and the Nippon radio was fantastic.
Yeah.
That's where their personalities really started to come out. You could really tell each one, and we got lucky. I don't know any other band, and I'm just speaking for myself because BAND-MAID is really the first band that I've like religiously followed, basically joined a fan club. Yeah. Other than, well, my first band was Devo in the 80s, and I was a member of their fan club and stuff. But with these ladies, like their fan club and their fans seem so different. Like they're all like, I've never seen a band that really takes care of their fans the way that BAND-MAID does.
True.
And I'm sure there are some, but I don't know them because and I think we got really lucky. I think, and as fans, we kind of let the band, I don't want to say we let them get away with a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of shenanigans going on on stage with the girls. Yeah. And you've got a bunch of, like, really like their audience, their main audience is older kind of thing. And it's almost like we're parents watching our kids during like a they're doing a school play or something like that, and we're so proud of them. Yeah. And even if they whatever they're doing on stage is the best thing in the world. And to me, that's kind of like what the fan base is. We're just so proud that they're up there and playing and going so far, and we're happy that we're doing it. But it's just really cool. Like, what a fan base! Like, you could tell, like, when Miku's doing her Imagine I time, she's getting grown men to do stuff that would be very difficult to get them to do. Let's say, like at a Metallica concert. Yeah. And basically, they just let her get away with stuff, and I think that's fantastic. I think just the way that they've they take care of their fans, so we take care of them is sort of the feeling I get. Yeah. And it's a wonderful.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's jump into your top 3. So what is your third favorite BAND-MAID song?
My third favorite BAND-MAID song is Dillydally.
Which is one of the newer ones.
Yeah, and it's one of the newer ones. And the reason I liked it was my opinion kind of switched when we saw it was the New Year's meal that they had, where they do all the kanji stuff, and they were and also when they were doing the scoop unveiling, when they talked about Dillydally, and every single member of the band talks about how difficult that song is to play. Yeah, Misa talked about it. Psyche talked about the vocals being difficult. They, like, you hear Dillydally in the beginning, and you immediately think, okay, well, this is going to be a Miku song. Yeah, but you listen to that song, and it's not their fastest song, but it's probably one of their more technical songs. And Misa talked about the bass line being, absolutely bonkers and hard to play. And for me, that just makes the song incredible. That makes it one of my top, because it tells me that Konami is, again, with the band, they're still pushing themselves. Yeah. They're still pushing themselves. They're not riding on their laurels. It's what did her documentary say? That she doesn't write songs that just sound good and easy to play. Yeah. So they're still challenging themselves. So as a result, Dillydally, it's my third one.
Okay, so let's watch Dillydally live version at Tokyo Garden Theater, and then we will talk more about it.
Oh, fantastic.
I suffer torture for this nation. 楽に生きる術を知ってやり 次第だ相手は腹がけ気分次第 Because your life それでいいんじゃない You wanna You found Skipミュートしたい感情全部割って泣いてる What's that? 振りって知ってる The sky 肯定して今今日の顔部屋さうまくやれなくても I say yes そうなんだよ間違えてもいい好きなように生きることが最上やばくてだるくお忙しい
Oh, I had forgotten. Well, I hadn't really forgotten what a banger that is. But this is such a wonderful video. It reminds me so much of like an Electric Callboy set because it's just so insane, But this one,
it has some funny techno vibes.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
but it also. This is going to be a banger. I think this one's going to be a crowd favorite. If it isn't already.
It's very engaging.
Did you watch how much they were playing? Like Psyche was playing with the audience. Like she does that often, but this one she was doing some stuff where it's like, and then that sequence in the middle with the clapping and. And it's a tough tune.
Yeah.
But you could tell they're having a lot of fun.
They are having a lot of fun. Yeah.
It's there's so much going on in it. There's the dual solos and then there's the dual vocals and it's nice to see the little.
I would not have expected that they would do like a band showcase in the middle of the song.
No, and to be honest, when Scoop came out and I saw Dillydally, I don't want to say I didn't have high hopes for it, but when I read it, I went, I don't know if that's going to be one of my favorites right away, kind of thing. And then when I heard it, I went, okay.
For me, it was going to be like a Miku song or something like that.
That's what I thought, and it's still kind of wasn't it? I think, when they were doing the unboxing kind of thing, and they were going through all the songs, I think Miku said it started out as a Miku song.
メモでね入れてくれてたやつがちょっと可愛い感じだったからこれバンドメイドで多分小バトの曲だったらあるかもしれないけどと多分スイちゃんが歌うにはちょっと可愛すぎる子ねっていうところから始まってそうだった
雰囲気の、曲に対する雰囲気の会議から始まったどこに落ち着かせるかあったこれ私だよな歌うのみたいな
小バトの曲じゃないよねって最初言われた
小バト曲じゃないみたいないや
多分これはサイちゃんの曲だとって言って
What a banger.
Yeah. The only thing I wish was that there were more lines for Miku in the song, like something like Freezer when it's really a twin vocals instead of just Saiki singing and Miku being the backup vocals.
Yeah, and also it's one of those these days not so much. It's one of those I want to say rare BAND-MAID songs where the backing track is quite prominent. Like because of the and usually it's sort of hidden in the background, like underlying, like they did that a lot with Unleash, where there was stuff going on, where they, or maybe something at the intro to get a kind of going. But this one, Dillydally, that's right up front. And getting the audience to, I did not anticipate the collared response, so that was good. So
yeah, it will be a very fun song to hear live, that's for sure.
Yeah, very much so. There's a lot of energy going on there, so yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Then let's move on to the second favorite.
My second favorite is Forbidden Tale off of Epic Narratives. And the first time I heard it, because I think we delayed, was when you and I listened to it on stream, I think. We were going through it. And the first time we watched the video for Forbidden Tale, I remember going, what? How many songs are in that? And then we did the documentary on it, and I went, what? In many ways, I look at Forbidden Tale as, and this is just my take on it, this is almost Konami giving the finger to the industry, saying, look at all the things I can do. And because there's so many different genres in this song. It's not like Manners is, jazzy, and they did some like rock, but there's some those jazz elements that they put in there. My God, like Forbidden Tale, when they did it, and it has just so many different parts, and it reminds me of like when the very first time somebody was bugging the Beatles about the Beach Boys, and they were saying, well, the Beach Boys got this thing going. I don't think you'll ever be as good as the Beach Boys. So what did the Beatles do? They wrote Back in the USSR, which was their counterpart to all the beat songs that the Beach Boys were doing. And in many ways, this is like Konami doing that, where possibly somebody had said, or she'd read something somewhere maybe, or I don't know, like, why did she stitch so many different songs together? And they worked so well.
Yeah, it worked very well.
And it's also the video really features Psyche, video, and but she ties not just the video together, but she ties all the elements of the song together. And that's not just really good writing on Konami's part, but it tells you that, it shows, it's one of my favorites because it shows Psyche has really stepped into her role of tying the band together and tying all the genres. So I just think it's really cool.
Yeah, and looks like we are seeing a lot of Forbidden Tales in this series, because for the first episode with Ryan, it's my second favorite as well, so we talked about it. And for La Gringa, it's her first, our top one, so it's the song she likes the most.
Well, I think that tells you something about the song.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you also watch the acoustic version of the song?
No, I didn't.
You didn't, so maybe we should watch it so you can appreciate the work on Forbidden Tale acoustic, right?
Well, thank you very much. This will be good.
Let's do this right now.
遥か遠く生まれる前から紡いでいるストーリー今は遠く言えなくても I can feel you by my side たとえ暗闇で一人になってもいつもここで名前
Oh my goodness. Well, it's interesting. The acoustic really ties the parts. I mean, they were a bit more separate with the other one. Like you could tell they're separate, but so with the guitars. But the thing that kills me about Konami is when you do an acoustic, they don't just unplug their instruments. She writes a whole new song, and also the vocals in there. Like it's nice to when Konami joins in, and it was recently I was reminded, like when in Misa's documentary, that she trained as a singer as well.
Yeah.
And I think Akane did as well. So they all sing.
They
just Misa chooses not to.
She did on this one though.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You could tell when they kicked in, and she did a bit. Sometimes when she was singing, the camera really wasn't on her or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's like the Christmas acoustic.
The Christmas
oh my goodness, that was Misa's bass lines were fantastic.
Amazing.
And also notice that it seems that like Miku's harmony in that really, really high. Like that's it was head voice, a lot of it, but still fantastic. It suited everything. And even sitting down, Psyche holds the room. It's all there. And so that's why Forbidden Tale is such a it's there's parts of that song that are the reason why I like it is ties into my next choice kind of thing. So that's why I really liked Forbidden Tale. I liked all the genres they went through.
Yeah, and the acoustic version. That's what's great about the acoustic version, is that you can really hear the different voices Miku is using as a backup vocal, because it's really, really clear.
Yeah.
There are not that many. The instruments are not taking over a voice.
No, that was something about also the sometimes when you hear an acoustic version, it's kind of muddy because there's nothing. But this one, you could hear all the instruments. You can hear all of them playing.
Yeah, the mix is great.
Akane is she hasn't like pulled back, but I mean, her drums aren't overpowering anything. She's not using brushes or anything. And so I think
and
thank you very much. I really appreciate
of course. I mean, at some point it looks like Konami is playing a different song. She's just in her own space playing a different song, but when you put everything together, it just works so well. And for me, Forbidden Tale is one of the most emotional BAND-MAID songs. Right after one song that we will talk about after this one.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about which is why I think I chose Forbidden Tale as the second one because it's
so emotional, and that the second the song started, I had goosebumps everywhere, and I was like, whoa.
I didn't realize how well it ties into like some songs like I was saying, like when Konami wrote the acoustic version, she just wrote a different song, like like Catharsis. Like some songs are really difficult to play acoustic if you're going to do them, so because you have to change some things because there's a lot of like heavy guitars or puzzle, she changed a bit around. And with this one, there wasn't really a lot of changing they had to do, but it sounds
it's almost the same BPM. I think it's almost the same, maybe a little bit slower, but not that much.
I think there was an element of it being slightly slow, but I think it actually not necessarily slower, but there was more. You could see the pacing of the BPM might have been the same, but they're more relaxed when they're playing, so it seems like it's a bit slower, but they're just groove. It's a groove. You can just see and Psyche just holds it. And she's just amazing.
I don't know if it's because she's sitting, but it sounds like she has a slightly different voice when she's singing. Like she has a more soft voice than usual. Like
but although that could be because like when I do voice work, there's a difference between when you stand up to do certain things and you sit to do other things. And she also could be doing that either unconsciously or on purpose, but her voice when she's sitting is a lot softer. There's a bit more velvet comes through. Like when she's singing normally, she's like leather.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's going out.
Yeah.
But you can tell, like it's soft leather, but that's what she's belting out. But when she's sitting, it's like when they talk about the velvet lined glove kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. There's a lot more smoothness coming out when she's doing the acoustic stuff. And she pulls back a little bit, but that also, I think when she's doing the acoustic stuff, for me anyway, her emotions come out more.
Yeah.
Because she's not belting, so there's a lot more air and there's a lot more stuff going on when she's sitting down, and I think it's a treat. It's a gift.
And Forbidden Tale is one of the rare songs when there are no guitar solos.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I never thought of that. But so that's because Konami's like, I'm having a solo. It's like, okay.
I mean, this
or there's a bass solo or something.
Yeah, there are already 7 songs in this one. I can't add a guitar solo in the middle of those. It's not possible.
It's exactly where we're going to put it. Yeah. But they did enough stuff with I love what Misa did with her bass line. That girl is, when they talk about, like, you talk about, like, it looks like Konami is playing a different song.
Yeah.
Misa is playing a different song. She just always is, and it just fits in what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's interesting when the last documentary where Misa sends a lot of her bass lines to Psyche to see if they're okay.
Yeah,
I thought that was fantastic, the way that it's not just does my voice or does the song fit, does my bass line interrupt any of your singing?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
And that's a different level of accountability for a bass player. So I think that's great.
I agree.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun listening to that, so thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I really thought that you already saw this version of it. But...
No, I didn't see that one. So
okay.
I was probably in the process of moving and I missed it.
Yeah.
But this one, the top one, yeah. This was
so.
It was always going to be my number.
Talking about the top one, what's your favorite BAND-MAID song?
My top one is About Us, and it was, for me, the reason why it's my top song is because it was kind of the first time where I saw not just like a band, but like BAND-MAID, where you could really tell this was a love letter to their fans.
Yeah.
And then seeing Psyche's, the monologue she gave before they first sang it. Can you imagine if, how that would have been if they would have done it? Like, they were saving it for the Budokan. And because it was kind of already written. But in many ways, it fit so well into their sort of COVID live thing that they did.
Yeah.
And that song, right from the get-go, I just went, this is a band that gives a crap about their fans. And it's also such an emotional song in a way. They've written ones after, but there's elements in Forbidden Tale that remind me of About Us, I think, which is why I liked it, just in the harmonies and the way it was written.
Yeah, I totally get that,
Yeah. I mean, I like Memorable. they don't really write a lot of slow. Bestie's really became one of my favorites very quickly.
Yeah.
But About Us was always up there because it was just such a. It was really powerful. And I remember when we did the documentary on it, we were talking about how it's just a song that just. Well, it's very hard not to get emotional when you're listening to it, because when you get into and the band has just really continued to show us how much that they're thinking about the fans. They're writing writing songs about it. They're doing stuff, and they try their best. They realize when people are saying, why don't you do more touring this, and they post all the stuff on Instagram and live, and so I think we got lucky with About Us. I re-fell in love with the band. What it was. So,
right.
And, I didn't really fall out with him, but
Yeah, let's see this version then. The best one, the best version of About Us. Not the one they posted online, unfortunately, but the best one.
No, but there is a best version.
There is a best version. This is the one.
Yeah.
本当なら今日会えるはずでしたね。こう1年ぶりに皆さんに来れる人に会えると思ってたけど会えなくなってしまってなんかすいません。私のせいではないですが、約1年前から怒涛の日々が続いてて、最初は初めてのことだからすごいびっくりしたし、人とは会えない、対面できないっていうことって全然なかったから、悲しみの方が最初大きかったけど、私たちが悲しんでいる場合じゃないなっていうので、ご主人様お嬢様のが気持ちが SNS とかで見てたら、みんなの方がすごく気が病んでいて、これはいけないなと、みんなのためにバンドメイドのメンバーみんなで元気づけたいなって思っていた1年でした。本当は日本武道館で会いたかったけど、まだコロナさん的にはダメみたいなので、また会える日を待ちましょう。そしてこの1年というかコロナ禍を経験してみんなを勇気づけたいっていう気持ちになって、バンドメイドメンバーみんなで考えたのは、やっぱり曲を届けるっていうことが大事なんだねっていう風になったので、武道館に向けた曲を作った次第です。アルバムもコロナ禍で制作してたので、そういう気持ちも、少しは多少は入ってると思いますが、この1曲は日本武道館でやるはずだったし、ご主人様お嬢様に届けたいなと思った曲です。武道館は通過点でゴールではないので、まだまだもっと広い会場の場所でするし、連れてってあげるし、もっともっといい曲を届けてあげるので、もう少し元気に頑張りましょう。では、ご主人様お嬢様に届けます。聞いてください。
I forgot how powerful. Again, Misa's off playing her own whatever song that was, kind of thing. But it just happened to fit. I'd forgotten how powerful the harmonies were in there. But I was kind of chuckling a bit because I remember not a bone of contention, but one of the things that people commented the most about this video was how was Konami's acoustic guitar floating? And I remember people talking about that, and it took people about maybe 30 seconds to go, oh, it's on a stand. It's on a stand. Because it was just it's just there, and you can't see the stand underneath it.
Yeah.
And I just remember that was, people were talking a lot about that when it first came out. But because she used it. She uses it later in the the thing.
Yeah.
But what a fantastic version that is. That's and you could just you could hear the emotion.
Yeah.
In that and the words again so good, so like Miku did a really good job of tying those. She's she's a phenomenal lyricist. She's absolutely phenomenal. I don't think she gets enough credit because most of the stuff being in Japanese. I think T. Shinji mentions it once where she doesn't do like plays on words so much, but the words that she chooses, like the Japanese words that she chooses, are very important to what's going on. The same way you would choose different words to say different things, but it's the kanji she chooses that makes it. And About Us is all about. Oh, it's fantastic. It's absolutely, and it's very hits you right here. Yeah. It's just a fantastic.
And what's crazy is that from what I see, it has never been performed outside of Japan.
So I wonder.
I thought they performed it in the US, no.
Yeah, I thought they might have, but if they didn't,
no, they didn't.
Maybe they will. You never know. Like there might be one thing where because they've been talking about they did the US tour, because that, if you remember was it an Instagram post or a TikTok who was it, Psyche or the band, where they posted that apology saying we're trying to get out to the world, because I think they heard stuff about and she heard stuff about people in Europe going, where are you guys?
Yeah, it's been 7 years and just come back.
Yeah, and so she posted her thing, and I think they just come back from the US, so maybe they will do About Us, like they did. Did they do Memorable in the US?
Yeah, of course. It was written for the US audience, so yeah.
Yeah.
But they never did. That's weird. I thought they would do About Us in the US at least. I know that we talked about it. I didn't.
Well,
hear
maybe.
it.
You never know. Maybe they will now, because it's. We put the word out there, and of course they're going to watch these videos. Of course they are. They are.
Yeah.
They watch all. They watch all Orange's BAND-MAID related material. Well,
I hope
why
so.
not? Somebody does. There has to be somebody in the BAND-MAID organization that keeps track of these things. They have to keep track to see if there's going to be copyright issues, but also, I think there's just people who keep track of like fan club stuff to see what people are saying, and because they, somebody might say something somewhere where they might go, yeah, that's a good idea, or they might,
and
why not point?
If Psyche posted about the fact that Europeans are getting mad about the band not coming, it means that they are at least monitoring what's going on.
Yeah, so somebody's let them know that there was. Well, let's just say concern. I think we were just all dying to see them in a way, and it's not necessarily. I don't think we felt left out. I think we felt that
we did feel left out.
We just wanted to see it,
especially since they've been to the US so many times since the COVID.
Yeah.
So we did feel left out for a while, for a very long time.
They're coming. Yeah. We'll go see it.
They're coming. They're doing not a lot of shows, but at least they are coming. And then we know that next year they won't come anywhere. So no jealousy. And 2028 should be their biggest tour ever. Thankfully,
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't tour in Europe for their 10th anniversary. So let's hope that they are doing things right for their 15th anniversary.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if they do an album in 2027.
They will.
I'm guessing they will.
Yeah, they probably will.
So I'm wondering if like 2028 there's going to be even more songs that we have to adjust our top 3 for, because it seems like, I don't know about I think Ryan mentioned it as well, but just every time they put out a new album, I get a new top 3, and so it's very rare that you then again, you have those ones that are just there. That's going to be your favorite song. That's your song, and you're always going to like it. And
I mean, it's true that
I'm sure that it'll change.
Yeah, it's true. It's true that Ready to Rock came into my top 3, but it was before the release of Scoop. And when I listened to Scoop,
Ready. The first time I heard Ready to Rock, I knew it. Like, it wasn't one of my like favorite songs, but the very first time I heard Ready to Rock, I went, "This is a game changer for the ladies," because it was just, just the opening. You remember the teaser? You guys talked about it. The opening to Ready to Rock, and so much interest, but as well, not just in North America, in Japan, and because it was part of an anime. It was basically when they, Uncle Yoshi went to a live, one of their, live venue concert, or their outdoor concerts, a festival or something, and they started to play Ready to Rock, and he could hear people all around him go, "Oh, this is the band that plays that song."
I remember that.
Because they hadn't tied it in, but I think very quickly they became, because of Zen, Ready to Rock. And What is Justice? Very quickly became recognized. For Ready to Rock, and that was one of those ones where you went, game changer. This is sort of like Forbidden Tale, when you hear it and you go, this is they're showcasing so many things here. But the same thing happened with Unleashed, and the same thing happened with like when you had all those, every time they put out a new album, you go, game changer. I think people are getting sort of more used to they're not necessarily getting heavier.
No,
but they are getting. It's almost like they're getting crisper.
We thought so when we heard about when we heard Ready to Rock, we were like, okay, this is getting heavier, and maybe we'll get an heavier album. But in the end, no. Yeah, just Ready to Rock.
And it was there was Ready to Rock. Well, What is Justice? Actually, What is Justice is very BAND-MAID in a way. Like it's got it's a kicking tune and stuff. But Ready to Rock was very much the No God of this album, or Black Hole.
More the Black Hole than the No God. I think the No God of the album might be like maybe Super Sunshine.
It all depends on.
Or Dillydally, maybe Dillydally. Maybe Dillydally is the No God. Because
and just the way that
because Sion is like the daydreaming of the album, or the one, or the Letters to You. Like, I think for me, Epic Narratives is the most consistent album in a sense that it's really about emotion from beginning to ending, and you can really feel something during almost all those songs. Like, it's really emotional.
It does tie together, doesn't it? It's all very much a it's a thing, and I really liked the new album Scoop. I think it's fantastic. They put even like the thing that is very interesting about BAND-MAID albums is how each one has a theme. Where they're just not putting out albums, they're putting out a story that goes with each album. Like, there's a reason for that, the hands and the fingers. There's a reason for world domination, and there's a reason for, like, Epic Narratives was all the news and stuff. What a fantastic idea! And then that was Scoop. Scoop had papers. Epic Narrative had different things. It had, but very much each of our songs is telling a story, and Scoop was very much just, in many ways, it was a lot of their songs are tied to media. Like, what was it, 4 songs in that album are anime related? So
in which one?
Is it 4 or is it 3?
In Scoop?
Well, the last Scoop.
There is
What is Justice,
Zen, Ready to Rock, and What is Justice.
Okay, so 3,
3,
And so they know what they're doing. And again, I don't think Psyche gets enough credit for, like, she's responsible for a lot of their album covers, kind of thing. Like the when she was talking epic narratives and what it's about, and when she was explaining everything, I was like, okay, this is there's a lot of thought into this. And the same thing went with Scoop. I mean, she's a very good graphic designer. Like these ladies, like they all play piano, they all sing, almost all of them picked up an instrument,
except for Miku,
just before the band. But I mean, just before the band started. Konami actually hasn't been playing guitar that long.
Yeah, she's just very good at it.
She started playing maybe 4 years before she joined BAND-MAID.
Yeah, it's not that much,
because she picked it up when she was in like her last years of school. Like, she started, and Misa was playing guitar and alto horn and trumpet, and Akane's playing trombone, and like what? Like none of them started out playing their instruments, and even then, like Akane didn't have a drum set at home and all that. Like there's so much stuff going on here, so that's why in many ways it's difficult to pick just a top 3 of their songs, because when you listen to them and you think about what these girls are actually doing, every one of their songs it's just amazing that they're putting them out. Like how did they grow so fast? And I think that's also a very much how well they gelled, like the 5 of them together. How many bands do we know that there's either a front man and the person who does all the writing is always somewhere else, like they take the credit or they do the thing, or there just doesn't seem to be tension. Now I'm sure there's arguments and things, and they do whatever in the band, but they seem to they know each other well enough to sort of know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think it's having a top 3 is good for everybody. I'm really, really interested to find out what everyone else's top 3s are, because there's so many songs.
Yeah.
And if you're getting songs that are the same among people, that says something about the songs.
The next episode will be with my sister. It will be in French, but it will be with my sister.
Cool.
Yeah, I will record it in the next days.
Wasn't she the one who introduced you to BAND-MAID?
Yep. Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's why I wanted to do it.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it will be fantastic.
Yeah. So. All right. Thank you, Kasper, for joining me tonight.
Thank you very much for the invite. I really appreciate it.
Of course. I mean, I must invite you. You're the voice of the channel, so that would be crazy not to invite you in this.
Well, I think it's a lucky serendipity that we kind of got together and got all these things done, because BAND-MAID is a fantastic journey. Every time they come out with a new album or a new stream or a new song or just a new Instagram post or something, there's always something crazy going on. So it's been a joy to have followed them, the last 7 years now, I suppose, or 6.5 anyway, for me. And so it's I'm lucky to catch them sort of halfway when they were. For me, they really, it was like COVID had them evolving in a way. So when they came out of that, it was like they grew up in a way, where they all of a sudden their sound was much more mature. They're putting out much more technically difficult songs, and not just like one on an album. It was like all of them were like, holy crap, those are crazy. And so we just get lucky as fans, kind of thing. I wish more songs would have a video attached to them, but that's what Spotify is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you very much for this.
Thank you,
and have a great rest of the day. And
thank you very much.
I will see you for the next one.
That you will.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.